Let neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. That's including the Ice Wall. The name is Law Nation. Without hesitations nor deviations to the matter, Cowboy Nation, put a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. But let's continue to grind to shine.
Read it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same.
Yeah.
Now it's here. Or should I say, I am.
Come on. Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2. Yo, come on, Cowboy Nation. Stand tall or not at all. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Appreciate each and every last one of you all for tuning in. Cowboys, audio straight, right? 1 in the chat. Well, one of the people that I've been speaking up on been Shamar James, right? And y'all can see him on the screen there. Another guy is Jeffrey Simmons. I've been speaking upon him. I want the Cowboys to do that. I really do, right? But before we go into this, I want to know your score prediction. I want to know how you guys feel about this game, too. Score predictions. And I'm putting Jeffrey Simmons in there because he's still a valuable option, in my opinion. Come on. Let's get it. 3-1. 10th overall. They say we got the 4th ranked offense, but they do it by total yards. So right now, of course, the Rams got a little bit more yards than us, and I think that they're number 1. And then number 2 is some other team. But I think Detroit or something like that. But I would take this 4th right here, but neither here nor there. We go up against the Denver Broncos, who's been a thorn in our side for a long time, not a short time. And what I can say is that they do have a nice DB situation. They have Patrick Surtain, and they do have Riley Moss. Now, Riley been one of those guys that allow only a few yardages per game or what have you, but he haven't faced us yet. And I'm going to go through the list or what have you. We're going to go through all of that and especially talk about those things. Cowboy Nation, Jeremy says 38-27. Webster says 31-17. Dallas, hey, I take those all right now. The Basement Boy saying 38-20. Okay, all right. Hey boy, y'all on it. Y'all are on it. Okay, all right. Okay. Who else? Who are the safeties? The Broncos have Talanoa, Tanalo, Hufanga. Let me go back to this. You know, boom. Jeez. All right. They got, let me see. Can y'all see that up top? They have Hufanga and they have Brandon Jones. 191 pounds, boy. Hook 'em some. Here's what they have a very light team, by the way. Their team is based off of speed. They get upfield. They create more pressures than anybody in the National Football League. They are subject to, you can run on them, boys. And you look at the tape, you can also have to be mindful that they lead the league in sacks. So you can run on them, but, you know, Hufanga, he got a lot of missed tackles. He's a free safety, but he got stiffer hips than what you would like. He's more of a guy that can hit and fit, but and the other guy, Brandon Jones, smaller guy. So, and both of these guys are pretty much undersized, but you can run at this team is what I'm trying to get at. Riley, he's 25 years of age. He's been one of these guys that improve from year to year, and he's having a good season. So even though Surtain is doing his thing, we can also look at Riley, and I think I got a little excerpt here on him. Let me see. Here he is right here. And it states here, Broncos cornerback Riley Moss has allowed the lowest completion percentage, which is 39.1 in the National Football League out of the defensive backs this season. All right, so here's the good thing about it. He haven't went up against a C.D. Lamb. He haven't went up against a George Pickens, So I would love to see if he can keep that same energy, and we'll see down the stretch, because we know, things get changed around when you start talking about the Cowboys. But before we get into the lead here, I want to also bring up the fact that we have a guy by the name of Overshown. And when you think of Overshown, you think of a guy that can really help us out down the stretch. I want to go over this real quickly before we tap into our main conversation. And I played this earlier this morning. Appreciate each and every last one of y'all. Let's listen.
I expect, I campaigned on, and I don't know the requirements of comeback player of the year, how long you got to play, how many games, but that's what I'm chasing when I get back on the field. I already said it ain't gonna be no slack off, no getting back into it. Like, I'm coming in primed up. Like, ain't no he's coming off of 2 major injuries or a major knee issue. He might not be the same player. No, I ain't having none of that. I hold my
y'all hear that, don't it? He said no slacks off, no slackies. Man, the man's coming ready to play and ball, man. That's what I like to see. Agent Zero talks about his personal expectations when he returns. Come on with it.
Self to a standard, and my tape, I say, is my resume, and I don't put bad stuff on tape. So it's go time. If I'm not ready to play, then I won't be out there.
Not the same player. He's better.
Look, I've always came back better from each injury. That's why, I never get down. I say, look, y'all just gave me an extra 315 days to prime up. I got
no doubt. So he's planning on coming back stronger and better, and I love that attitude. Right? Everyone have a reason, but results are what matter, right? So we looking for these results now, and I think I know he gonna bring them, right?
I got the best knees in the NFL. Two. Look, modern day technology is off the charts right now. It's off the charts. It's no better time in the league. If you wanted to tell your ACL, 2024, 2025 is the best years to do it. It's better than 1990, 2000. So let me just tell you, people, that it's not one of those things where the horse roll your ankle and you got to take it in the back. That's not what ACLs are anymore. Like, we're not putting people down for that. Like, come on now. Like, we coming back stronger off these. So I'm very excited to showcase what I got.
No doubt, and salute to him. Yeah. So he don't have the Patrick Ewing knee. So, but neither here nor there. And then don't y'all talk about what he said about that horse. I know how people like to counsel folks. But let's stick to the subject matter of linebacker, and his name is Shamar James. If you're a day one Shamar James, put, I guess, 50 in the chat. He's been one of those guys, and I think that when we start to think about like playing the youth, getting the young guys out there, like every day you watching them grow and get better. Every game, week to week, they're getting better, what have you, right? So that's how I'm looking at it from this aspect with Shamar. I think that with Shamar James, by him starting off the way he's starting off. You stack that together. You keep that momentum going. I know people, we talked about Sanborn, and my guy, Foots the King, was saying that, hey, man, this dude just as bad. But I'm sitting here saying that this Shamar James, if they're equal play to youth, if they are kind of sort of in the same proximity, still play to youth when you have the 32nd ranked defense. So I'm so glad that we are seeing what he can do. And let me get this going the best way possible. Appreciate each and every last one of you all. Let's listen.
For the second week in a row, rookie, fifth-round pick Shamar James started for the Cowboys at inside linebacker. What I like right here is attack the rookie tackle. Step up, attack him, get off the block, and make the tackle. Like, that's what the Cowboys need more of at the linebacker position. Now, you watch this right here, and Jaden Daniels is one of the most...
Hold on, let me go all the way back, man. Being the aggressive is everything. Put in the chat, slow feet, don't what? You go ahead and put that in the chat. And you always want to be the aggressor. You want to be the aggressor,
Rookie, fifth-round pick Shamar James started for the Cowboys at inside linebacker. What I like right here is attack the rookie tackle. Step up, attack him, get off the block, and make the tackle.
Right.
Like, that's what the Cowboys need more of at the linebacker
Aggressions.
position. Now, you watch this right here, and Jaden Daniels is one of the most elusive quarterbacks in the league. So when Jaden breaks the pocket, do you have the speed to prevent him from turning the corner?
All right, so not to throw any salt down Sanborn's, way, but I think Jaden Daniel scores. I think he turns the corner and goes all the way upfield. But look at the awareness, look at the speed and these sorts of things. Let's listen, watch it.
Quarterbacks in the league. So when Jaden breaks the pocket, do you have the speed to prevent him from turning the corner and getting him out of bounds? You can see that, the fifth-round pick out of Florida. But then the biggest play of the game really is right here. Cowboys trying to heat Jaden Daniels up, and they get a five-man rush, and they bring Shamar James, and Daniels gets the ball out of his hands, and Clowney comes up the recovery. All right, big play right there as the Commanders are trying to make it a one-score game. But when you watch the blitz right here, like, they attack the backside of the slide. The Commanders are sliding to the right, and they attack the backside. That's a good job right there. And getting the ball out is huge. That's what the Cowboys need more of, because if you get the ball back to this offense with some extra at-bats, the way Shamar James just did, look out. They're going to put a lot of points up on the board.
I agree with Brian Baldinger. I absolutely agree with him. You put that type of skill sets and that type of information out there, things will begin to happen for you, right? In a good way, especially with this offense. Yeah, defense win championships, but man, this offense, man, can get you there as well if you fool around and have some decent or subpar defense. Even if your defense is opportunistic, right? Like the 2021 defense, when we was just picking off, taking everything away. I would love to have that here, Cowboy Nation. But it's been one of those things, one of those years about this. And ladies and gentlemen, this is some insight information on, the trade deadline information. Let's listen to this right quick. Appreciate y'all.
As the Raiders have rightfully so said, we are not trading the face of our franchise. We are keeping Max Crosby. He is staying here. But what did you glean from Jerry in conversations you had with him today about this inquiry and what it means, maybe more so for the Cowboys?
Yeah, Dallas never even made a call to the Raiders. So that entire Max Crosby story was so exciting, I think, for Cowboys fans at the thought of it. But that is nothing that actually happened. Dallas never called Vegas about Max Crosby. And I don't believe the Dallas Cowboys really inquired specifically about a pass rusher.
Now, Trey Wingo, from what information that we learned, is that Trey Wingo was catching wind of this from the Raiders people, front office. Now, this may have been a situation where they're doing testers and fillers. But damn, Trey, So when I say all of this, and the whole title is "Don't Give Up Now," meaning that we still have the trade deadline that's right around the corner. If it's not Crosby, then let it be somebody. Let's make a move for somebody. I get it. I just showed y'all clips of Overshown. I like the aspect of Shamar James. But in reality, that I don't want to say probably, I just want to tell y'all the truth. That will not be enough.
I know from talking to Jerry today that they are definitely taking a look around the league. But we had this conversation, and we've had it here on Scoop City where...
It's about washing dishes?
Yes. Teams that are in contention, that believe that they can go to the Super Bowl, want to improve. But if you can't get a player of the caliber that you need, it's not worth it. It's not worth giving up picks. And he made another point that I never thought about, James. He said...
All right, what's the other point, lady? Yeah. It's about washing dishes in the back, yeah. Get the spoons and the forks first, man, All right, and make sure you get all the grit off of it. Don't put all of that in the dishwasher.
When you trade for a player, you usually are giving away something else. Mm-hmm. And his confidence and belief on the makeup of this current Dallas Cowboys team, he almost doesn't want to mess with it. Like, do I think that an additional player to help he would be open to if he thought that they could really make that big of a difference? Yes. But my takeaway from really discussing this upcoming trade deadline was they feel really good about what they have. He kept pointing to this Commanders game. He's like, this may be the game we look back at and say that's kind of where it started, where it turned a bit, where we started to build momentum, and where Matt Eberflus and Brian Schottenheimer were able to really get a grip on what exactly they want this team to do and how to execute. And that to me was the biggest takeaway. Do I think they'll do their homework? Yes. Are they going to look around? Absolutely. Right. I don't think they feel pressed to make a trade.
Man, they should be. She an inside plug though. Even though she's where people washing dishes and somebody said washing some clothes with some nickels in the pocket. Yeah, I feel you, man. A whole roll of nickels. Elijah, damn, all that noise back there. Scrape the plate. But neither here nor there. I think we had too much positivity with the Washington win not to look at that and be like, hey, I get it, we won, but quarterback was knocked out of the game. They was missing a few pieces here and there. But now it's the time to really separate us from Washington and catch up with the Eagles. And the way we can do that is not necessarily a splash, but you got to figure out a way to get some type of splash in there. You get what I'm saying, Cowboy Nation? And damn, Trey Wingo, yeah, I see y'all. Deanna Rusiani has a ton of respect, but she can be wrong. I hope everybody, Daniel, agree with you, because I don't think that collectively any of you guys are 1,000% comfortable with this defense. And I'm seeing Revel out there working. We're seeing Overshown getting out there working. But I'm just saying, I look at this team as if we really want to excel ourselves from this area to that area, we need to do more than just switching it up and playing a little bit more man. I think we need personnel. I just think that we are literally, if we don't make that move on trade deadline, I'm still going to keep the faith, but I'm going to be really angry because I think that we are literally this close for making it happen. of being a real complete team. And I know one player we may think that they can't do that, but y'all know we know too much football. We've seen too much football for us to be wrong at this point. Now, my guy Louis takes. Lou takes. I call him Louis for some strange reason. Okay, I guess I'm thinking about my other guy, Louis T. That was on the Super Friend last night. Boy, he was quiet, wasn't he? But let me leave Louis T. alone. But I got Lou takes here, and he was talking about Trayvon Diggs being right, and I wanted to play this because it's got a great movement, and it's going to tie into what I'm going to try to say here, okay?
Trayvon Diggs have been activated to the active roster and will not make the PUP list, which means he is aiming to play in either the first 3 games. Now, this is huge, and there's a lot of people who needs to be eating crow. As we've been going over, we understand that Trayvon Diggs had a graft surgery back in January and elected to not participate with the Dallas Cowboys medical staff and actually pay out of pocket for his own rehabilitation that he felt like he trusted. And in this process, he was ridiculed. Narratives were formed saying that he was a lazy player, and other narratives were formed saying that we should trade him.
All right, before we go any further down that stretch here, here's what I want to say. And I'm not beating up Revel, Josh Butler, Overshown. What I'm saying is there's a tendency with us trying to rush these guys back out there. Ace Book, man, I appreciate you. You said if you didn't get the notification, try to click the notification bell on and then click it off and then click it back on, right? Maybe that will help. But that's what I'm getting at. I think that we are close enough to move around and get someone that can really propel us and push us over that edge. I can be 1,001% wrong, but let's listen to this whole big ideal trade deadline. And on top of that, we'll talk about George Pickens' future as well. All right, let's listen to these guys.
Charles, you're not thinking it needs to be an either or with George. I was kind of getting that sense from your league sources if it came to trading for Hendrickson or Simmons. This isn't like, okay, we bring in one of these $30 million defensive pieces, George has to go.
Well, so it kind of depends. Like, let's say Simmons, right? Simmons is another guy playing on an equitable deal. The Titans are telling everybody that he's part of their future. They don't want to move him. The cost is going to be high for him. And, you know, I think without having the numbers right in front of me, you're talking about like $20 million a year. He definitely is looking for an adjustment. And I think he's going to ask the Titans for an adjustment this next offseason. It's where does he want to get that money? I don't think it's necessarily looking at the Cowboys cap table next year. There are enough big contracts that you can manipulate that money, obviously, converting some things into bonuses and just spreading it out. So I think they can be creative and trade for a guy like a Hendrickson, or if, Simmons were to be available, a Simmons, and you could make the salaries work, it would just be tight. I mean, it's going to be really tight to keep both.
Let me tell y'all something, man. Tight is a good thing. You don't want it to be too loose. You want to be tight and right. And when you live in on a tight situation, it means more. You can feel it better. And I think that the Cowboys need to get it tight. They're too comfortable right now. They're too loose with it. They ain't give it. It's a better feeling when everything is tight, because now you can look back and say, this is how I was able to hit this situation. This is how I was able to pull through. Come on with it, man. Be in the tight areas.
Both. And I thought it was interesting when I was making the calls and everybody's bringing up the Cowboys. I had one guy, and it's in the piece, say like, hey, the Pickens deal really is maybe the driving force here at the deadline. Like, are they trying to maximize the few games they have left with him because they feel like, hey, he's just pricing himself out? Or are they, saying, well, we're going to commit to him, and maybe the number's going to be more than people expect, So that has to sacrifice what we can ultimately bring in because, let's say Pickens, there's no way in my mind, but I also thought no one would make this kind of money. Let's say Pickens wants a Monra plus. Let's say he wants 35, right? like there's just no way to me the Cowboys could do that kind of level deal with him and, be able to bring in a top-level defensive player who is going to want a contract adjustment and deal with both of those realities next season.
Man, come on, man. Best things in life ain't free. You got to work for it. And even if it's tight, it's going to be nice and right. That's right. Man, appreciate y'all, man. Why are y'all minds that way, man? I'm just telling y'all about the tightness of it all. And and just for what it is, man. Y'all, boy, only the real ones, y'all understand, right? Come on, man. All right, it's still early, right? The kids somewhere still in school. They shouldn't be listening to this. If they are, then I haven't said anything wrong, did I? I kept it right. Nice and tight. Speaking of that, a little later on today, we'll be at the Cowboys and Chill Smoke Chemistry. That's 1003 North Collins, Arlington. It's North Collins Street in Arlington. Is in the shadows of the stadium, is what Clarence Hill like to say. Everson Walls will be our special guest, and he's going to break down as much as we can on what's going on with the DBs, zone defense versus man. We talk about that, and come on out. And for those who don't know, man, Everson Walls is the reason why I'm a Cowboy fan, by the way. The reason why I wore 24, aim to wear 24 as well. And it's always an honor being able to speak with him and pick his brain on sports. And that's a good thing. And he's a very noble person. Selfish is not even in his vocabulary. Because I know some people right now won't give up a fingernail to someone. This man gave up his whole kidney. Like, you go get my kidney to save a player's life that played with him, So who's old enough to remember Springs, He said, okay, you can have my kidney, So who in the chat is willing to give me their kidney right now? You know what I'm saying? Yes. Tony Dorsett is his reason. Tony Simmons, appreciate you. Yes, indeed. He ain't lying. This is my guy right there. Yeah. So he ain't lying. This Travis, appreciate you. And I got DP in the chat for the $2 super chat. He states, Law, make sure Clarence Hill gets the smaller chair. Yeah, I'll leave Clarence alone, man. I'm telling y'all, he watched these shows, he gets sensitive about it, man. Y'all, hey, man. But with that being said, DeMarvion Overshown, let's not sleep on him. Let's not get things going the wrong way, because what I'm going to say here is when you think about it, when he do arise, he looked like he's in tip-top shape. He looked like everything is going right the best way possible. And R-Dub says, run Springs. Yeah. Iceberg Q says, my kidney is bad, Beat them Broncos, gut bomber. You're right. Let's get to it right quick. Let's go over matchups real quickly, and then we'll try to open up the phone lines, get your thoughts on everything, and depart, okay? Because it is 3 o'clock. All right, and what we like to say here is that I'm 1,000% sure that Mouse is going to get moused. I'm 1,000% sure. I'm liking this matchup, even if it is Pickens versus Surtain. I like that matchup. Let me see what they got as far as their nickel. All right, so even if it's Turpin versus Jaquan McMillan, I'm liking that. Lamb is going to do Lamb things. Man. And I can't wait to see how the full arsenal of this offense can continue to grow and get things going the best way possible. And we're seeing it throughout this landscape. But when we flip over to the other side, it's more of a I don't know type of vibe. when I look at it, they got Diggs here starting. Let me see if I can go to our nickel formation. They still have Diggs in, Elam in. So Diggs, I guess allegedly he will be ready. This weekend, I don't know for sure. You just never know with these boys. Fowler, Williams, and then you look at it, that's our base, and then you look at Fowler, Williams. So they still have the old roster lineup here. What I can say is if our defense going to have any shot, any chance at this, they need to do exactly what they did last game. Play a little bit more man versus the Denver. Make sure that you have someone to spot Bo Nix in a situation if he gets to the side there. And understand that, we saw what the Giants did. They just didn't have nobody to close it out. And you can't name me the wide receivers on the Giants department. And they was able to move the ball, get things moving and grooving with my guy, Jackson Dart. So with a little help on the defense, I think we can win this game 34 to about 20. 34, let's say 34-24. I think we win 34-24 because I just feel as if, though, that this particular offense and defense for the Denver Broncos, I think the defense is at least going to make a mistake. Their offense going to at least make a mistake. And that's 14 points because when our offense get the ball, it's crazy. It's crazy. Cowboy Nation, that's what I'm putting down in my mindset with this team. But before we go any further, Cowboy Nation, I just want to be able to get this going the best way possible. If you're rear-ended, fender bender, get caught in between traffic and someone T-bone you, then I got a team of lawyers for you. Also, if it's a situation and scenario that you have a slip and fall at work and you hit them hips, and y'all know how them hips goes, right? I need for you to reach out to our proud partners, and it begins with the first what?
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first.
Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
Yes, indeed. Be sure to reach out to our proud partners, Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers, backed by a combined of 100 years of experiences. They located here in the heart of Dallas. Yes, indeed. And so that means they know the terrain. They know the area. So if you ever in a jam, be sure to reach out to our proud partners, Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers. And if you can't dial that number, 817 in all threes or 214 in all threes, do me a huge favor. Go to the website and just visit frankelfirm.com. That will work. That'll work. Yep. Cowboy Nation, I got from the 626. You in the mix. Talk to me. Yeah. What's good?
Yeah, no, I just wanted to comment on, I've been hearing these last couple of days on that Diggs situation. I just think we're overreacting because we don't know the situation for real.
Yeah, right.
Like, it's just the timing of it is bad.
Mm-hmm.
We really don't know. We don't know what happened to him. So for us to be like, oh, he don't want to be here, he's doing this on purpose, or, speculating all kinds of stuff is kind of crazy. But I can understand where it's coming from. But I just think we need to slow down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? And as far as the team, I feel if we do something on the defensive line, like make a trade to bring in a Simmons or a Crosby, and then with Overshown coming back and then Rebel coming back, I think that gives us a player on each level.
Yeah.
2-3 players we didn't have, and that can change the defense significantly. Because really that's what we need. We need a linebacker, poor at linebacker. We need somebody in the line, and then we need some help in the secondary. So I think that could be a stop or 2 or 3 difference. And that could make it. Right now, if we had that in these past games, we'd probably be, 4 and.
Yeah, my only thing is
5 and 2 or something.
I agree. My only thing is, I got to see it first. These guys coming off of injuries, they haven't played at nobody's preseason or no training camp. So I'm quite sure that it's going to take them a game or two to get adjusted, right? So that's my only thing. So I agree with you on trading for someone that you can bring in, but I kind of like in the middle with those guys coming back and being the difference maker. But I appreciate you for calling in, Chief.
Yeah, I think they're a difference maker. Keep with a Crosby or a Simmons, though.
Oh, yeah, yeah, with.
By themselves. Like,
oh, yeah.
I don't want to just depend on them to save our lives. You know what I'm saying?
Most certainly.
If we get somebody else, then I think that's with them coming back. I think that, and I don't know what it is, but I got faith in the Overshown coming back. I think he's gonna be, and I'm not gonna take it, be on him tough if he's not who we think he is right away, because we understand he's coming off of a major injury. This is not just like an ACL. This is all three. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
Not a PCL and the all three.
The MCL, yeah. ACL, yeah.
So no, if he's not who, right away, I'm not gonna be like, oh, he's trash, or we're quick to throw that word around when somebody don't come back right away. But we just gotta understand that he's coming off a major injury. But I don't know, for some reason I got faith he's gonna be right. But
no doubt, man. Appreciate you for calling in.
Yeah, thank you.
That's a good call from 626 that was in the mix. Got DP with a super chat. States who you think Surtain is following, Lamb or Pickens. I think Surtain matches up better with Lamb, right? Riley Moss, he can probably match up better with Pickens. But if Surtain is on Pickens, then Riley Moss is Moss, right? So I think whoever's the other DB is going to be dog food anyway. All right, we got some updated news. We got former Cowboy Carl Lawson is now signing with the Ravens. So it's been updated. My guy hit me up and he said he's going to the Ravens. He had 5.5 sacks last season, and he's the guy that he was probably one of our better signings last season. So we'll see what he's going to do with the Ravens, and I'm glad that we don't have to face them boys. Yes, indeed. But it is for what it is, and I appreciate each and every last one of you all for standing with me on this subject matter. I got from the 484 Hood Quavius Cusherton. You're live on the nation, brought to you by Sleeper.
What's poppin', Law? Long time no hear from, man.
Yeah, been a minute, man. All is well?
Yeah, all is well, man. Just had some family things to take care of, you know what I mean? Back in full swing. So I've been listening to everybody, content creators, 3 or 4 letter networks, some of our own DallasCowboys.com podcasts, and I hear the same thing coming from everyone. This defense that we're about to face is really, really good. This defense that we are about to face is like number one in most metrics, and I completely concur with what they're saying as far as how they look on paper. But then let's take it to context, right? How everybody looks at the Cowboys year in and year out. We could go out and put 40 up on the Green Bay Packers, and it turns into the defense is trash. We could go out and we could put 40 points on the Washington Commanders, and it turns into, well, they didn't have their 3 wide receivers, as if their wide receivers have anything to do with their defense. Their offense is not that great, Denver's offense. I think they can be had.
Right.
Am I confident in our defense? Not as much as I would be if it was last year. I mean, but after last week, seeing how we are evolving slowly, you know what I'm saying, I can't say that our defense is going to be
in closing too. You got some good points there. But keep
in closing,
right.
I honestly think that no one can compete with this offense. So I got us beating on them 38-24.
38-24, man. Hey, appreciate you. That's my guy, man. Hood Quavius Cusherton, man, from the Basement Boys. Here's what I'm gonna echo what he's saying. Y'all are aware we were the underdogs versus the Washington team, right? And then we beat the Washington team. Oh, man, they just the Washington team. And I brought that point up last night on the Super Friends show. They was talking about 2023 when we was talking about X, Y, and Z things. That game week 1 versus the Giants, we were the underdogs. It's not our fault we put 40 on the Giants. The Giants were the team favorite. They just came off of a playoff win, X, Y, and Z. See, the only thing that can save us collectively from our own demise, as far as from what we did with Dak Prescott, is ultimately if we win it all this year. Because they are waiting right now for Dak Prescott to slip and fall, to say, see, this is what he do every time when we get to the postseason. So that's why I really want to reinsure that we go out there and get playmakers on the opposite side of the ball. Because we talk about postseason quarterback play like a Rain Dakota Prescott. But you can't name me no one else on offense in the postseason that showed up. And what I was trying to tell to the Super Friends last night, the same for their particular team. Jaden Daniels, yes, they made it farther than us in the postseason. But in one game, they forced 5 takeaways, 5 of them. In 7 years, the Cowboys, in 7 years, I think it's some stat out there for 8 years or whatever time length that we've been in the postseason, collectively, we have only generated 3. That's crazy in the postseason. They did that much in one game. So it takes more than just one individual player to excel in the postseason. But what teams tend to do, as far as the Cowboys makeup, they put it all on 4. And you can't name me, once again, anyone else that showed up in the postseason. I got the 304, then I got the 201, and then I got the 513. 304, hey Lou, you're live on the Nation, brought to you by FrenkelFirm.com.
What's good, Law? Hey, look, man, short, sweet, to the point. We don't need to make a trade, like I said before, unless we're giving up our seconds and our fourths. We need to keep these first-round picks and see where it goes. Like, if you're going to go get anybody we know, we need a safety. Go get Simmons. I don't know why he's still out there.
You talking about free agent Simmons? Yeah, he's a free agent.
Go get. I guarantee him coming off the couch, he's better than both our safeties, all 4 of our safeties. But look, let it ride this out. If you can go get you a young player, a young DN or a young linebacker for second or third or second or fourth or something, do it. Don't give up those first, because you can always trade back.
So what are you saying, Elu? Are you saying not to trade at all, or are you saying to trade?
No. Like I said, I'm always going to say this. I'm not trading my first round pick.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, okay. So everything else is fair game. Okay, yeah.
Everything else is fair game. We're not trading my first round picks because I can always trade back to get more picks.
All right, so you got 4. You got 4 of them in the next 2 years. Would you get rid of one of them at least?
No.
If I'm on the other end, I'm Cleveland. I'm saying all I want is a first for Garrett. Let's throw me a first and maybe a second and a third.
Let's stop talking about Madden. Realistically, they're not doing that.
Okay, no hypotheticals.
No, and realistically, like this is where we get as Cowboys fans. We get in this Cowboy world. This is where Jerry wants us until we understand to get out of it and actually think realistically and what they actually do. Then we'll understand this Max Crosby is just to keep something going, to keep the name. That's all that is. He's not going to trade for Crosby because they don't want to let him go. The Raiders don't want to let him go. It takes 2 to tango.
Wingo must have just lying. He had diarrhea at the mouth. What made Ringo all of a sudden just say, hey, you know what? Let me just be headline news today.
Well, if you go back, if I'm not mistaken, he has ties to the Cowboys too. Some way, shape, or form. If I'm not mistaken, this is back in the early 2000s, late 90s. He has ties to the Cowboys. He's working at ESPN. So you have that tie to the Cowboys, one way, shape, or form. So you know what you need to do. Get your name out there. You say something crazy, put something to it. Now, it spiraled out of control, and it's not going to happen. You don't find impactful defensive players at the trade deadline. It just doesn't happen. It doesn't happen.
I'm gonna have to do my research on that.
They couldn't wait to get rid of Micah.
Yeah.
But they didn't wait to the trade deadline. He could have probably got more for him if he would have waited.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you for calling in, Lou. Real good call from you, though. Yeah. Yes, indeed. What was your score prediction again?
Hey, that's we're gonna go to Mile High. It's gonna be a low scoring because that altitude is gonna mess with us. It's gonna be 27. Ooh, it's gonna be 27-30.
27-30 Cowboys. Appreciate you.
Denver.
All right, man. Get out of here. Get off this line. If that happens, if 27-30 happens, because, I can't stand losing them close ones, man. That damn Carolina game was a close one. It's similar like they was 27-30, right? That was Carolina's score, wasn't it? Something like that. Shoot. Get A-Lou off the line, man. A-Lou, man, he's my guy. I got 201, the man with the plan, 100 grand, man. Talk to me, man.
My God, listen. Why are we worried about who Sartain going guard, man? Why are we worried about that? Because you know what they're going to do? You know what they're going to do? Let's say they do what you said, right? Because he do better with CD Lamb. So they're going to roll him CD Lamb way.
Right.
And then they're going to bracket Pickens. They're going to bracket Pickens. You already know the deal. They're going to roll and then they're going to bracket Pickens. Big game going to be by that running back, dog.
Oh,
that running back going to go wild on them boys. I'm telling you, they're going to make sure he get 100 yards. And he's going to get 100 yards because that's what they're going to do. They're going to say, hey, we roll our dice with the running back. We ain't even going to play with CD Lamb and Pickens.
Yeah. You're right. Sean Payton going to literally go, he literally going to say, hey, just don't let them wide receivers beat us, man.
Just don't let the wide receivers beat us. That third wide receiver, it's going to be turning time. It's going to be, and Mingo back, and it's going to be him. That's who it's going to be. It's going to be that third wide receiver time to eat. Get Flournoy out there. He might have a big game. It's going to be the third wide receiver. They going to try their best not to let Pickens and CD eat. They going to try their best because that's their only chance of winning, Law. That's the only chance of winning. They're going to have to do that. That's the only chance. And that's going to be a light box. So guess what?
That boy
he gonna have 100 yards, and BB coming back. Oh boy, he gonna have 100 yards. So go on sleeper and take the over. Because I'm telling you, he gonna have 100 yards. I see it.
Yeah.
See it.
Man,
Jack ain't gonna have a big game throwing like that. I don't think so. It's gonna be running.
I see what you're saying now. Dart was able to dart them boys up though. So
right, I'm saying I'm saying Dak gonna be able to go dot them boys up too. But I think it's gonna be more of a running situation. They're gonna fill them up. They're gonna start the game out with the run.
And
they're gonna fill them boys out first. We're gonna start the game out with the run, maybe throw a little bit of pass and then to start the game. Now if they see that they having success with the pass, all right. But they're going to start out running for...
Hold tight, I got a super chat.
Do me a favor. Pull up a pic of Uncle Ben's rice, please.
All right, somebody want DP sent $5 in for me to pull up a picture of Uncle Ben's rice. I want to know where this is going. But yeah.
I don't know what's going on. What y'all talking about?
I don't know,
I just logged in, so I don't know what else y'all was talking about earlier. I don't know, man.
Uncle Ben's rice.
That's kind of weird here, man. What you got going on?
They gonna be pull up the rice of Uncle Ben. I got him right here. I'm gonna pull him around. I got Uncle Ben right here. What happened?
What's going on? I need more context to that.
Need more context.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it got me Uncle Ben's. Yeah, being catfish. But yeah, man. But I appreciate you, man, for calling in. Anything else you want for the show before? Oh, your score prediction. Yeah.
Oh, I got us winning, man. I got us winning, and I see us blowing them boys out. I feel like, listen, the Giants can do it. Come on, man.
Come on with it.
We can't put up 30, 35 points. We've been putting up 40 points a game. We average 40 points a game.
Yeah.
And everybody talking about that defense. That defense funny in the light. Look at who they played.
Oh, okay.
That defense funny in the light. Look at who they played, Law. They ain't playing nobody for that defense to be lit like that. Look at who they played.
Definitely gonna look at that, man. Appreciate you for calling in. Yeah, that's my guy right here. 100 grand with the plan. Uncle Ben's rice. Y'all crazy. Rice or Roni. All right. Let me see. Uncle Hill's rice. Are y'all saying Clarence Hill look like Uncle Ben? That's wild.
The conference has been locked.
All right. I got from the 513. You're live on the nation. Brought to you by Uncle Ben.
Ball Nation, what's good, brother?
Hey, man, all is well. Can't complain.
It's been a couple weeks since I've called in, but, I feel like this team is going to be a second half of the season team.
Okay.
The reason why I say this is because, number one,
it starts from the first.
Our offense is cooking, and our offense is going to keep cooking, and it's going to turn up the heat even more as we keep going. I can feel it coming, man.
Yeah.
Especially with CD coming back in now. And can we take a moment to acknowledge Ferguson?
Oh, yeah.
Last season when he got hurt, everybody kind of got down on him. First game of the season, people were kind of down on him. But, bro, the dude just broke a tight end record for most touchdowns and catches in the first half of a season in 7 games. Like, we got to give him some kudos, bro.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
He is balling out.
Let me see. I haven't even paid attention to what Jake been doing, man. Yeah, so that's good. That he was balling out like that.
He literally just broke a NFL record all time for tight ends. Most catches, most touchdowns in the first 7 games of an NFL season.
Of all of them, like Shea Sharp and all of them. Oh, okay.
Yes. He has 6 touchdowns right now.
Yeah, you do have 6 tubs, yeah.
So, yeah, the offense is definitely not a question whatsoever. And hopefully Jadon Blue can get a little bit more work in there. But, if he doesn't really show up, do we trade for another running back? Do we sign another running back? Do we try to at least get another 1-2 punch for Williams?
I was a team, go get that running back guy. I think that the Cowboys going to be team. We saw some improvement in Jadon Blue, and if y'all like Jadon Blue, wait for you guys to see Phil Maffa. So I think they're going to go with the youth. They're not finna dance
Phil
around
Maffa.
with it. Yeah.
When's Maffa coming?
I think he's already in his window time, so it's soon and very soon. But in closing, what else you have before I let the next caller on?
In closing, the main reason why I feel like this team is going to be a second half of the season team is because, number one, we have our star number 1 linebacker coming back. We have 2 different corners coming back as well. And I look forward to what we do before this trade deadline. And that's why I believe it. But how about them boys?
How about them, man? That's my guy Marcus, man. Appreciate him for calling in. Cowboy Nation, I can say this. I wasn't even aware that Ferg is having this damn good of a year. Shout out to him. Passer rating when targeted is 125. That's good. That's good. And he 11th in passer rating when targeting. So that's good. That's good. First in receiving touchdown with 6, so that's good. First in receptions, so that's good. He's having a good year. Cowboys front office is going to look like geniuses. When it's time for him at the end of the year, and they're going to start talking about tight ends and stuff like that, they're going to be like, hey, look, we was ahead of him, even though they spamming him. It's going to be a good situation. I got Coach, man, from 316. AJ, what's going on?
Big timer. Your caller just hit a hell of a point.
Yeah.
If you bracket Pickens and you put Sertain on, then your middle of the field is wide open.
Yeah.
I don't see too many linebackers, like Warner that can run all the way down the seam, or if we put Turpin in the seam, you can't keep up. The safety just cannot do it all. A linebacker can't do it all. So that's what we need to be looking at. And if we hit the ass with the screen, we saw last week, the last 2 games, anybody run a screen or a draw against them, they are flying up the field. So hit them with the screen and the draw.
Yeah.
You know, I do think Williams is going to have a better game than most people realize because he got something to prove. You let me go after I had surgery, kind of like what we're talking about doing with Diggs. Diggs coming off 2 of these things, and Diggs play a much harder position because Diggs got to cover. You know, any DB knows they're good grain of salt. Hey, coming off two back-to-back knee surgeries, it's hard as hell as a DN or a linebacker, but a cornerback, that's unheard of. And then he came back early because they wanted it early, so he went ahead and followed their rule, and then come back and have to play zone, which makes you look bad anyway when you're a man guy. So I think that we're going to be a lot better ball game. And I think if our quarterback shows up just like he's been showing up, hey, man, Denver's in for a long night. No, he's not going to do what Dart did. Dart threw 2 blank interceptions to end the game, and nobody's talking about that. They all want to hype Dart up. Dart, but he threw 2 point-blank ones to linebackers. When the last time you seen your quarterback throw 2 blank ones to a linebacker?
Man, come on with it, man.
So that's the difference of the game, and I think if our O-line can hold up, and I got to say I'm worried about the big fella, the youngster, Guyton, if he can hold up, it might be a hell of a night.
Man, no doubt, man. Appreciate you for calling in. And, hey, if you free this week, man, this weekend I got an event. It's going to be at the backyard in Deep Ellum, or close to Deep Ellum.
Yeah. Is that on game day?
It's on game day. We're doing the unbelievable watch
I'm coming
party.
to it. I'll come to your event, man.
Come on with it.
On my donation. All right. Thank you, Mr. Lau.
Appreciate you.
I think we're going to put up 35 on them, bro.
35 on them. Come on.
35 pieces on there.
Let's get it, man.
They ain't getting over 25, bro.
Come on with it, then. All right. Appreciate you.
Later.
That's Coach AJ, man, Jones, man. Appreciate him. We got a super chat. DP says, Uncle Hills Rice-A-Roni Hills, man. Hey, man. From this day forward, I want y'all to go, when y'all tune in to DLLS, say Uncle Hill, you know, and that'll be an inside joke, okay? We just going to call him from here on out. Clarence Hill is no longer Clarence Hill. It's Uncle Hills. Yeah. And then y'all will be putting Rice in there. Uncle Hills Rice. We're going to put him on a box. They took Ben off, you know what I'm saying, when everybody tried to be PC correct. But now we're gonna say we elect to put Uncle Hill on every box of Rice-A-Roni now, or whatever rice Uncle B is, because, you know, boy, y'all crazy, man. Uncle Hill is the new name for your all desires. I got Cowboys Roy, then I have Big Amish, and then I have MJ, that other Marv. Cowboys Roy from the 603.
Hey, Lord, let me talk to you for a minute, man. Hey, look, man, you guys keep talking about signing Pickens. Somebody needs to go over there and whisper in Jerry's ear. Say, hey, look, Jerry, you got a redo on passing over Randy Moss. You got Randy Moss light running over there. So why don't you go on and resign him? I bet you he would resign him tonight. No doubt about it.
Repeat that one more time.
Somebody needs to whisper in Jerry's ear and tell him that he has a redo on passing over Randy Moss in that draft and drafting Greg Ellis. He got a redo with George Pickens. Go ahead and re-sign him. He's Randy Moss light. So okay. Go on and re-sign him. So yeah. So somebody need to whisper in his ear. But anyway, I'm gonna give you a score, and it depends on if Shotty's calling the defense or if Eberflus is calling the defense. If Schotty's calling the defense, we'll win 27-21. If Eberflus is calling the defense, we lose 27-21. That's my call on that.
Okay. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Randy Moss Light. And we will find out, man. All I can say is that I would love for you guys to come on out to the event this weekend. We'll be promoting and pushing it out. And what I can say is we're going to try to get Toxic Tom to whisper. And Jerry Jones here. Yeah, Toxic Tom, man. We get him to whisper. Yo, Jerry Jones. Son, George Pickens. Oh, he might pull something in it. But shout out to Toxic Tom. And shout out to my guy, Dre Maddock, man. He almost had me dying over here. It's no longer Iceberg Ferg. It's no longer Fergie. If he keep this up, he will be TD Jakes. You know what I'm saying? TD Jakes. Yeah, that's Jake Ferg's new name. TD Jakes. And I'm quite sure I can get that virally going, you know. Yes, indeed. I'm definitely can get that going. But for those who's new here, we trying to get things moving and grooving to the right direction, Cowboy Nation. And the event will be ultimately this, let me see if I can pull it around here. Boom, 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 boom. Bear with me. This weekend. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. This weekend, and let me put a better picture up in there. Yeah, that one made all type of noise. I think this make noise too. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. It's going to be a watch party at the backyard. It's going to be at 505 North Good Latimer Expressway, Dallas. So be sure to check us out there. We'll be doing the play-by-play, the watch along or what have you. And we're going to try to get things going. This is the backyard right here, Cowboy Nation. They have unbelievable food, drinks, alcohol, all of that good stuff here at Cowboys-centric. So it's going to be nice and get things going the best way possible. With the next caller I have on the line for your mind is Big Amish from the 202. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
How about them Cowboys? Yo.
Yeah.
Time to buckle up. This is a message for the Broncos. Jay Will's going to get 200 yards. And the tight end group is going to dominate. That's what's going to expose the linebacking core of the Broncos. This game is going to be over by halftime. But it's going to be a lower scoring game. I think it's going to be 24-10.
24-10. 24-10. Low score, but it's going to be on and popping. I like that. I like that. As long as we win, I'm loving it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's – yeah, because I think they're going to try and look, I think they're going to be doubling Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. They're going to try and take them out. But I think our tight end group is going to be so dominant, and they're going to expose their weaknesses. And Jay Will, this is a revenge game for him. This is exactly like a Rico Dowdle type. And I'm sure Shoddy's setting that up for him, too.
Yeah,
he's been leading the league. I mean, he's top 5 back in the league. And that has to do, let's give kudos to our offensive line as well. And by extension, the tight end group. Because you're not going to have those runs unless people are blocking. And to some extent, our wide receivers, because they're all blocking now. At least it seems that way.
No doubt.
So that's what I'm looking for. I want to see a dominant ground and pound game just to throw things off a little bit.
No doubt. I'm looking forward to it as well. I think that's what we're going to bring to the table versus those boys.
Yeah, that's what I said. And how about them Cowboys? I'll leave you with that.
Yo, yes, indeed. That's Big Amish, man. Always bringing some good energy here. Ground and pound action. Yeah. I think that's what we need to do to loosen up that particular team. We don't want anything tight against that team, though. We want to be able to jump out, get a lead, and stick with it. Don't allow to give these guys any life. They have great resiliency. You saw that last week. So don't want this game to be tight. We want it to be a game where we ground and pound and we run the ball and we get it going the best way possible. I got from the 206, you in the mix, MJ. Talk to me, man.
What up, Law? How you doing, brother?
Hey, all is well. Can't complain, man.
Oh, the guys make good points. If you play good defense,
Mm-hmm.
play bump and run, because I think they're going to play better if they play bump and run. Because I'd rather get beat that way than just sit back in the zone and get tore up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then I want that number. I want that number 98 from Tennessee.
Oh yeah.
That I know y'all want the end, but you get that push up the middle. Ain't nobody blocking him 1-on-1. That'll help Clark and 97 and the defense.
Yeah. I mean, you can never have too many interior guys like that. And don't give up, Cowboys. Continue, because I think we got enough firepower to get at least one more guy up in there. Or at least two. I got a super chat. Hold tight for me.
Trebor Jackson $5. Actual and factual here. Dallas 27, Denver 24. Aubrey field goal to win the game. Running game will be better with BB, center. Pass game opens run.
Yeah, I agree, Trebor. Appreciate your actual factual. Yeah, Cooper BB will be back into the folds, MJ, and he should be able to help us out tremendously. More power.
He playing this week?
We'll know more by Friday or Saturday. I think that's when they will release all of that information.
Okay.
Yeah,
get that offensive line going. Because I think if you'd had them against Carolina, because them dudes in the middle was 330. That's the same size BB when they played Carolina. And then that game, we just played the skin, because I saw the skin against I could call them the Redskins. They had the linebackers in the middle, and they was going to the right gaps. And it wasn't no hero ball.
Yeah. I think that with this team though, their biggest guy inside is
306.
It's 305 ish. So this is a finesse team. They streaky. They get upfield.
Yeah, they get upfield.
So attacking style defense. So you put that power on them. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
I saw the tape of I went back. So let me go watch the Denver and Pittsburgh tape last year.
Mm-hmm.
And Pickens was killing
Surtain. Yeah.
So let them play 1-on-1. Surtain know what's about to happen.
Oh yeah.
They got CD and him.
Yeah, you gonna be on it, man. Appreciate you for calling in, MJ.
You too, brother. Salute.
Yes, indeed. A good call from what was his score prediction, y'all? Sway from the 956. You live. Talk to me.
Hey, what's going on, Law? How you doing?
Man, all is great, man. Can't complain.
So I just had some observations, some eye test observations that I think you talked about as well. Some players that, I mean, is it some type of in-house politics or the amount of money that's getting paid out? For example, you see Flournoy, what he did in a sample size game. Compare that to what Tolbert's done for the past 2-3 seasons.
Right.
We all see it. Like why is Tolbert still keep getting more snaps than Flournoy when we know what Flournoy has?
Although my guy Sky may disagree, but I'm thinking that the Cowboys, if he plays like phenomenal, like this game, if they get some highlighted plays, then you got more.
Are you talking about Tolbert or Flournoy?
Tolbert. Like if Tolbert, you get like I need, and we all need Tolbert to show up like he did in the Green Bay Packers game. You can package him and trade him off for other valuable assets or asset, because you got to create trade value out of him. So far,
I got it.
He don't have any trade value, but he's a solid guy that you can say, okay, he's your third option. In my opinion, I think that Ryan Flournoy is better. In my opinion, I think that even Mingo is better. They have more physical wide receivers. They just didn't have the opportunity like Tolbert getting a lot of opportunity, a lot of snaps and reps. I can only imagine what this team would look like if Mingo and Flournoy get those qualities of reps, or even Treshawn Holden to this point.
Yep. What about Schoonmaker? Like we seen, I mean, it was pretty much a Mozzie Smith Schoonmaker draft, like down the toilet. Like we just need to flush that. Like how is he getting more snaps than let's say Span Ford? We haven't seen much. Is he still hurt? How is he getting playing time? Schoonmaker is just out there. I mean, what is he doing?
I mean, here's what the Cowboys do. If you get paid, you get played, right? And if you get drafted early, we want to see what we can get out of you, you know. So that's just for what it is. With Mozzie and Schoon, the need to be right with those boys. And Mozzie, to be fair to him, it's not like he's been playing horrid, right? He's been playing either up to the par as he always been playing, or slightly better. So all I can say is with Mozzie, I think that this is his last season here. They may move on from him from this point, and they're just trying to see if they can get as much as possible. But with Schoonmaker, hey, man, the political game is the real thing, man. That's all I can say with that.
No, man. Okay. Now, another thing. What about, you know, we keep saying we need a defensive end before the draft, before the trade deadline. But what does Donald Wilson play? Is he a safety? What does he do?
Yeah, he's a box safety. He's a box safety.
Like we need urgently. Like I mean, we got okay pass rushers, I guess, but man, we need to replace Wilson like ASAP. Like if there's, I mean, what would you gauge the urgency between a defensive end to getting Donald out of there, man? That guy, every play he's getting burnt.
Well, all I can say is with Donovan Wilson, he's one of the team captains. He's been on the team since 2019, I believe. So the Cowboys value loyalty, and he's been one of the guys that's been here for a longer time than others.
I tell you what.
So that's for what it is.
He can be a captain from the bench, man. He can be a captain from the bench. Best leader on the bench. That dude out there is just getting toasted all the time, man.
Yeah.
Now, what's the deal? Also, I heard one of the previous callers talking about we can kind of neutralize Denver by running screens. When's the last time you've seen a decent screen game from the Cowboys? It's been, I don't know, I can't remember last time.
They got some screen plays with this team. They did it in a Giants game. They tried to do one in Eagles. Yeah, the screen game is still here. Offensively speaking, I have no worries or warts about what we do offensively.
I'm just saying, they attempted a screen against this last game where it was almost an interception at Washington. Mm-hmm. But I mean, we can't get a decent screen game going for. I can't remember the last time. It might have been Emmitt Smith still playing with the Cowboys when we've had a decent screen game. But that's neither here nor there. Just like an observation of where we're lacking on offense is any kind of decent. Like if you notice Kansas City, they run all these beautiful screens. It just seems like they coach it properly. But I mean, we'll see. Hopefully they fix that. In closing, I think Aubrey's gonna he might break a record in Mile High. You know how the ball flies further out there in Denver.
Right.
I kind of predicting right before the half walk off, the Cowboys have the ball. It might be like a 10-7 game or whatever, and 3 seconds to go. I think Aubrey might hit a 67-yarder at Mile High, man. Like, yeah, it's outdoors, but the ball flies longer out there from what I've seen. But that's all I got for you today, man.
Appreciate you, Sway, man. Good call from the 956. That was all of the callers for this hour, man. I appreciate everybody, man, for rocking with us. May have to end real quickly because I got somewhere to be. Cowboy Nation, I really appreciate each and every last one of you all. Before we depart, just want to give a special shout out to our sponsors, Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers, as well as
Sleeper is the #1 fantasy sports app. It pays to know sports. Pick more or less on top players. Your first pick is on us, so start winning now. Play in Texas, Georgia, Minnesota, and 27 more states. Pick anytime across all sports, pregame or live. Over 10 million players are already on Sleeper. Make your picks count. Score up to 1,000 times your cash. Join today. Get up to $100 credit using code LAW. Call your shot on Sleeper. Download now.
No doubt. Call your shot. Download Sleeper now and get $20, believe it or not, and they'll match up to $100 on your first initial deposit of $100. So there's $220 that you can have if you have a hundo, right? And then when you make millions upon millions, just continue to use promo code LAW. Check me out. Cowboy Nation, B13 says he was saying in closing on himself. That was wow. Yes, indeed, on himself. Cowboys, don't give up. Let's keep our head high all the way through the finish. Let's continue to figure out ways to excel and grow. I know, Cowboys, these type of games, so far the pattern been, we lose a game, we win a game. We tie a game, we lose a game. We win a game, all of that stuff. So we just need to get on the right pattern, and that means win, 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 win. Without a shot of a doubt, I believe we're going to catch up to the Washington team. Well, past them, the Eagles team. We beyond the Washington now. I was telling Lord Bronson last night, don't get too comfortable. It's been since 2004 since they had a repeat champion in the NFC. And we ain't finna have that to happen again. No. We about to get it going. The time is now. I think that we are maybe one or two pieces away, plus adding back some resurgence with our guys. I think we are. Shout out to everybody who gave donations today. Appreciate you. Salute to the donation leaders. You see their names strolling at the bottom. Appreciate each and every last one of you all. Shout out to Mando, one of our other sponsors. Shout out to James. I see you, Jerry, Verdi. Appreciate you. Seabass and them. Go get Mark Sanchez. Yeah. That's who the Denver going to be trying to go get. Ladies and gentlemen, the time is now, is what someone put in the chat. And the time is necessary to be hungry for this opportunity. Seek victory this weekend. Close in that gap. The NFC is wide open. We are where we are at, but we can get better where we are at, knowingly we have limited supplies. We played multitudes of games with all of our backup offensive linemen -1. Played multitudes of games without our number one wide receiver. We played multitudes of games with us bickering, arguing, back and forth, whether we're a zone team or a man-to-man team. We're still trying to figure things out. But in closing, if you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too, if you can wait and not be tired by waiting or lied about, don't deal in lies, or hate it and yet give way to hating, and don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can think and not make thoughts your aim, or meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two imposters just the same. If you can bear to hear the truth, you spoken, twisted by knaves, to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your whole life for, broken and stooped and built back up again with worn out tools. If you can make one heap of all of your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and never breathe one word of your loss, Cowboy Nation. If you can walk with kings and presidents, nor lose the calming touch. If you can fill the unforgiving minutes with 60 seconds worth of distance run, Cowboy Nation, you have unlocked the true meaning of what it takes to be a champion. But most importantly, what it takes to be a man. Cowboy Nation, let's stand tall or not at all. Let's be victorious this weekend. And let's get it. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to the sounds of Law Nation Sports and Soft Souls and Hits and Oldies. Come on. Yeah. Regulator. BB13 and them. Montana. Yeah.
I wake up,
Law.
thumb down that check, no drip this.
Tell them run it up, baby. Now it's time.
Crash my but
Uncle Hill to roll those through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Come on.
Turn to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me.
Yeah.
I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies.
Baby Blue.
Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me.
Don't zone me.
I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady.
Ain't that's right, Eric?
First one in, the last one out, can't call me Lily.
Seabass in the building.
Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ.
Come on, Seabass, let's get it.
I wake up,
Law,
thumb down that
Nation.
no drip this. Tell them run it up.
Yeah.
No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I
stretch.
Tell them run it up. I wake up, flex.
Shout out to Darren Posey, DP. Shout out to the other DP, Dominique Pittman. And then last but not least,
y'all gon' make me take that trip way out
Denver.
I call them Nigeria,
Come on.
come through
Actual, factual, baby.
Boys don't come to play.
Until next time.
One false move, find yourself, they getting buried.
Yeah.
Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain.
Not mine.
I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to
name.
I wake up, flex, I'm down that check. No drip.
Watch that lightning. Watch how that lightning come down and fry that bird. Come on. Oh. Until next time, DC for life. Yeah. Peace.